Hello friends, and welcome to the online lecture series of CNC machines and automation. I hope you have understood very well about the programming which we have discussed in the previous unit. And now today we are going to start the unit number 4. Unit number 4 is all about the system devices. System devices majorly that are automatically controlled, means your sensors, your transducers, your actuators, analyzers, your tachometers, your LVDTs. So there are so many system devices are used in the CNC machine for the proper working, because the CNC without the sensor is nothing. Without the feedback devices it is nothing. So in this unit we are specifically going to discuss about the different kind of sensors, what are their purpose, different kind of transducers, their types. So variety of things we have to discuss in this unit, and it is quite important. So what is the content for today? Today we are going to discuss the brief introduction related to sensors, transducers, analyzers and actuators. Then we will discuss in detail about the role of actuators and type of actuators. So starting with the topic, so the definitions. The sensor, a device that allows the measurement of some physical quantity of interest. Like if you are interested to measure the length, you use the scale. Correct, so that is your sensor, but it is not the feedback devices does it carry, so it is not automatic. Clear? So similarly you can measure the pressure, you can measure the light intensity. So there are a lot of sensors are available in the market. Fine, even in the remote control of your TV there's a sensor inside it. Clear? Then what sensor, it just sense it. Like in this image you can see there is a ball is passing through the different light, it can sense the positioning or it can sense the velocity of the ball. Here, so it is sensor which can sense the position or the velocity of anything, that would be sensor. Then the transducer. Transducer is a device that converts one physical quantity into another physical quantity which is more useful. Generally it is electrical signal. Generally it is electrical signal or one kind of physical quantity like your pressure, your force, your light, anything of physical quantity can be converted into electrical signals. Correct? Another useful quantity is electrical signal majorly. So what it could be, like in this example you can see there's a mass, there's a piezoelectric material. So there is a property of the piezoelectric material, when you apply the pressure onto it, it gives you the current or the voltage. Fine. So in this the force is providing, in this diagram the force, the mass is providing the force on the piezoelectric material, then it gives the electrical signal and it is shown in the voltmeter. Correct. So this is transducers which convert one physical quantity into another physical quantity which is more useful. So electrical signal is more useful, we can control it very easily. Then there is an analyzer. Analyzer that compares two or more quantities, like it is doing the all logical things. The analyzer is doing all logical things, like you have provided some information to the CNC, you have provided some, let's say spindle rotation is 1000 RPM. And you are getting the feedback is 1500 RPM. So analyzer is doing that, it is comparing the two quantities, like the ask is 1000 but the spindle is running at 1500, so slow it down. So this is the work of analyzer. When you are having only two quantities or more than two quantities, 4 5, so depending upon your criteria, depending upon your program, you can find it out the analyzer that which can provide the information and to take the decision what to do next. So it is the purpose of analyzer. Then we are having the actuator. An actuator is something that actuate or move or start or initiate the thing. Like for example in this. So this is one of the bar. It's a pneumatic rod, pneumatic ram you can already say, that can move in and out. It is depending upon this actuator pressure of the air inside it. So this is the actuator which actuates it. See, sensor sense it. Then the transducer, the sensing device, the sensing quantity is converted into voltmeter, voltage, electrical signal. Then electrical signal is compared with the analyzer. Analyzer compare it. Then analyzer send the signal to the actuator. Okay, what to do next? Either to run the spindle faster or the slower. So actuator will run accordingly. So actuator can change the position, move the tool accordingly. Fine. So these are the basic differences in all the four quantities. Then what is the actuator? Actuator, as I discussed, it actuates something. So what is the role of actuator? Role of actuator has three basic roles. The sensing. Sensing means it's a inside it, as I told you, firstly it sense it, then process it, then actuate it. So sensing is due to any remote sensor, or you can say the touch sensors. There are a variety of sensors available in the CNC machine. So according to the property of the sensor, then it will take the data. Sensing means to collect the data. As you can see, this satellite is collecting the data of Earth, agricultural field, or maybe weather conditions. So sensing is just to collect the data. So once the data is collected, then what we do next is processing. Processing means whichever data is you are having, you process it with your input command. Yeah. So what have you inputted into the through a program in the machine, so it compares it. So processing done all the logical things in this and find out a solution. Find out a solution that how to change, how to appropriate it, how to optimize the process. So it is already done in the processing thing. Then we are having the actuation. So actuation is meaning whatever decision you have made in the processing step that have to be actuated through different kind of mechanical component, like the movement or the rotation, or the you can say the start the spindle, stop the spindle, or you can say start the lubricant, or start the cutting oil in the machine. So these kind of things are all is done in the actuation. So there are three basic role of an actuator: the sensing, which takes the data from the different sensors and collect it, then process it. Processing means to do all mathematical calculation depending upon the data, then actuate it, taking the decision and give the command to the different part of the machine so that they can work efficiently. Then the actuators. As we know, an actuator is something that actuate or move, means anything which can give you a physical movement, that is called your actuator. That converts energy into motion or mechanical energy. As I told you that it needs any energy which will be converted into anything in motion or mechanical energy, that will be called it as your actuator. There are three types of actuator, as you can see here: the thermal actuator, electric actuator, and mechanical actuator. So we'll discuss in detail about the thermal actuators. Thermal actuators is nothing but your bimetallic strip. Everybody has seen that bimetallic strip. If you haven't seen, just check your iron, through which you are just ironing your clothes, and they iron that how after some time when it gets heated up, your iron gets stop consuming the energy. How does it happen? This is through the thermal actuators, which we are using the bimetallic strip. As you can see, there are two different materials are joined together here, and the connection is made. But when the heat is applied, when it is overheated here, due to the difference in their thermal coefficient here, linear thermal coefficient, then this contact has been made, because this upper material will less contract, this will less expanded, but the lower material is expanded more. Fine. So the contact will be broken. So it is purely depending upon the thermal properties of the material. So what it actually says, a bimetallic strip directly converts thermal energy into motion due to thermal expansion. Fine. When a material is heated, the average distance between atoms increases. So depending, but two materials are having their different thermal expansion coefficient. Fine. The microscopic increase in distance cannot be noticed to the human eye, but there is a very slight movement. But we need to block this connection. Fine. This happened in the actual iron. Yeah. So this bimetallic strip can be used for your thermal actuation. So when they are just cools down, the contact is made again. When they are again heated up, the contact is broken. So it means it is something actuating through a thermal or a heat. Fine. The on and off of your iron is depending upon the heat. So that's why it is thermal actuator. Thermally, it is starting or stopping something. Yeah. Then we are having the electric actuator. So it's a very simple, as I will show you the image, you will get it now. But this is the electrical actuator. So when you provide the energy, it is converting into some mechanical form. Here, the air is throwing onto you. So it's an electric motor, is an actuator that transforms electric energy into mechanical energy or motion. This is a very simple example for the electrical actuator. So what is mechanical actuator? So mechanical actuator is this: when you apply the mechanical energy and it gives the motion. Here, manually, if you are doing something, that is your mechanical actuator. So mechanical actuator convert a mechanical input into linear motion. A common example is mechanical actuator is screw jack. So it's a very simple. Even the hydraulic jack, if you are using, you are pressing it very low, but This is manual, so every manual thing that is converted into mechanical actuators. And if you are kicking your bike, that is a mechanical actuator, correct? So it is converting something. So this is all about today. If you wanted to check my other videos, must subscribe this channel, Tiny Step, and share, like and comment if you have any problem. Thank you and take care.